Hello my friends and welcome to episode 18 of our Football Manager 2021 Let's Play with Rangers. If you hear me putting my headphones down, I never recover my headphones and could end up shouting, which given the amount of editing I'm having to do with audio might not actually be a bad thing. Since the last episode we have indeed won the league. This game against Kilmarnock I think it was, where we won 2-0, sealed the deal. Celtic drew to Ross County that weekend. That allowed us to go to Kilmarnock, win, and we win the league. We then had a cup game against Kilmarnock, and I kid you not, we had 39 players unavailable due to international call-ups. That's before suspensions with 4 injuries. So you could see the team that we've got. Charlie Cresswell came off the bench for his debut. Finn Akerpoint came off the bench for his debut. Jamie Semple came off the bench and scored on his debut. We've barely got 11 players out there, and the 11 players that we got, Calvin Bassey in at centre back for the first time. Edmundson didn't even last 45 minutes. Well, he lasted 45, but not much more rather. Tavernier was similar. I can't remember who my other sub was. Semple would be Orsic, I think, and again he was just beat. The whole team was absolutely knackered. We won 5-4, so hey ho, it is what it is. Orsic, Darami with the hat-trick, and Jamie Semple getting us the win. Bassey is not going to work as a centre-back for us going forward. The amount of their 4 goals, I think 2, plus at least another 2 big chances came from them just launching the ball upfield, and George Edmundson being 1-on-2 both times. Bassey just was venturing forward. I've never seen one of our defenders doing that before, so I assume it's because I've trained him as a wing-back, obviously, and he's just naturally drifting forward on that left-hand side. And then we beat St Johnstone 3-0 in the league. Again, much more rotated side. You see Mayo starting, you see McCrory starting, Patterson starting, Kennedy, Marin, Darami, and Darami, Brace, and Yanis Hadji goal got us a 3-0 win. It was a long time coming, but we're the better side throughout. Today we are playing Celtic in sort of a run-of-the-mill league game, where we are no longer unbeaten, so I will probably play a couple of youngsters in this game, give the experience to probably Mayo is really important because he needs the development to hit his potential, and if we want him to be sort of, that good backup defender, we need to be working on that. I don't think he's ever going to be first choice, particularly when you look at some of the defenders that are coming up behind him. Even the Ewan brothers, you've got Kyle Semple, you've got Leon King, you've got Cresswell. We've got a good 4 or 5 centre backs that are probably not far off being promoted, not far off ability wise with Lewis Mayo, and all of them are going to be better, I think, potential wise, or at least my staff think so. But we're going to jump into pitch side against Celtic. It is at Parkhead. Hopefully we can get a win. So I made a couple of changes here. Ryan Kent had failed a fitness test. He'd picked up a little knock in training. Now it wasn't a big one. He probably was fit enough to play, but I've just decided to give Orsic the game. Let him get a run out, and you give Kent a full rest. It's going to be a balancing act just now between giving the youngsters game time and making sure that the first team are fit enough to play, the Scottish Cup semi-final and the Scottish Cup final should we get there. The reserves did win the Challenge Cup, so that is great. Weston, I think, had 11 goals in that competition, which really propelled us along there. So the reserves doing well as well. So we won the, well, if you don't live in Scotland, it's the equivalent to, the Johnston's Paint Trophy effectively. But youth teams from the senior teams can play, and a couple of the foreign teams can play. So, I think there's a couple of Welsh, Northern Irish and English teams in amongst it. There might be a couple of Irish now as well, I'm not 100% sure. But the team we've gone with McCrory, Patterson, Edmundson, Mayo, Bassey, Kelly, Kennedy, Nico, Marin, Darami and Orsic. And if you look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our starting 11 from the youth academy, that being McCrory, Mayo, Kelly, Kennedy. I feel like I counted another one. 1, 2, McCrory, Patterson, Mayo, Kelly, Kennedy. Yeah, 5. We've got Woodman, McKenna, Tavernier, Kamara. I've put Holzak on the bench just in case we need a goal. Elena and Yanis Hadji, again just in case we need a goal. Although I feel like Marin's been outperforming Hadji this season, although Hadji came off the bench in the last game and got us a goal in place of Marin. So, in fact, no, it wasn't in place of Marin, it was in Was it the last game that Ken picked up that? No, it was, because I brought him off for Hadji, and then I moved Hadji onto the right and Madden onto the left to see how Madden did on the left. I don't remember seeing him at all involved. So, we're not playing full strength today. We're far from it. But Lewis Mayo is probably the lowest in line, but he's the one that's going to be the easiest to keep happy not playing games of all the young players, young defenders that we have. So, targeting him out to be a long-term backup centre-back I don't think is a bad option, but we need to make sure we hit out his potential for him to cope with that. So giving him as many games as we can this season. My staff were saying that he needs a lot more game time, so we'll try and give him some game time this season, try and get him out on loan next season, and take it from there. They've had a bit of luck here. Every clearance has fallen for them, every break of the ball there. But hey ho, we're playing Mayo, we're playing Kelly, we're playing Kennedy, we're playing Patterson, McCrory. Alright, granted, some of these are sort of first team players now, like certainly McCrory, Patterson knocking on the door, Kelly certainly been knocking on the door, but I think Elena would be ahead of him. But I would play Kelly if I wanted a more defensive option. Kennedy again knocking on the door, but not there yet. So, right, granted they're in and around, but I don't think you would say that this was our strongest 11 by any stretch of the imagination, as Christie has just drifted past Patterson, and that is 2-0 after 13 minutes. That's not good, guys. Berate this time. Not been a good performance at all. In fact, we've not even had a shot yet on target. So let's hopefully get back into this game a little bit. Marin to Nathan Patterson. Kelly. Over to Nathan Patterson. Whipped in. That's cleared away. And we're going to be looking to protect a counter-attack here as Cafrone gets it forward to James Forrest. Oh, that doesn't look good. Lewis Mayo away. Finds Antonio Marin. Our time to counter now. Great pass into Mohamed Darami. Oh, Barkas with the save. Barkas with the save. Kennedy whips in the corner towards Mayo. Cleared away. Orsic should win that race. He's quick. I felt like he was past him, Christie there as well. Hey ho. Come on, guys. Kennedy. Oh, that's a great ball. Oh, Darami, man. He's been lethal, Darami. He has been lethal, I'll give him that. But that was not a good finish from the Dane there. As Nico has picked up an injury in the midfield, that's not quite so ideal. Kelly launches it for Darami, can't find him. But Marin responding. Stephen Kelly again. Going to find Nathan Patterson this time. Christie again. He's doing absolutely everything just now, Ryan Christie. McCrory equal to James Forrest though, so that is good. Nico off getting treatment at the minute, which is made him more obviously a man down on the pitch. It's not looking great for Nico. Edmundson away. Orsic picks up, launches it forward, can't quite find Darami, and cleared away again. That's exactly the sub I will make, but I'm going to try and hold off till half time before bringing on Charles Elena into that deep line playmaker role. McGregor, good press in, not really showing anything for it though, but McGregor forced to play it back to Barkas. His kick out's good though, and it's found Forrest. They have sacked Neil Lennon, by the way. Now they've not got a new manager yet, so they're obviously playing to stay in their team and whatnot. So we are seeing what I would suggest as a better than average Celtic performance against us, but we have not played great here, let's be honest. Thrash Arms, your pride is at stake and you're letting yourselves down. And we will bring on Charles Elena for Nico, just for that extra little bit of attacking flair, I think. I don't think a Kamara Kelly approach would be great here. Although we could go Kamara Elena, as that looks dangerous, but McCrory out to meet it. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Kamara Elena. Edmundson, Patterson, Marin. Patterson again. Come on, son. finds Barkas, unfortunately. And this is where I'm going to make that change. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go Dink, Mazelia, support, deep line playmaker, defend, swap them around again, and then bring Kamara on the right and make the sub. Go. Kelly just not having a good enough game. Orsic, similar boat as Darami. Oh, you've got to do better than that when you get that opportunity, pal. And from that, big opportunity there and behind us. And scoring. Darami literally has an open goal. And somehow we are 3-0 down. We'll bring on Holzik for Orsic, who's also having a poor game. Would you cancel? Okay. Oh my flipping days, what is going on here? Where is the performance here? Have we... I can't make this third sub. I actually cannot. Discard all changes I've made. It's not made the sub, and I can't make it. I actually cannot make this sub. So we're stuck with Orsic on. Yes, I want to bring Orsic off for Adam Holzik. And no, Gary, Orsic is having a shocker. I'm aware of it. I want to bring him off. But it's not letting me. It's told me I've already done it. Elena. To Orsic. Evidence that he's still in the park, but he's gone past a couple here. Marin. Back for Orsic. He's having a shocker. He shouldn't be on the park, but he scored. Hey ho. Marin having a shocker as well, actually on a 6.2, but that assist should help him out as well. It's the first time Orsic's really got going in this game. I don't even like that pass from him to Marin, you know. I know it's worked out, but I don't like it at all. Do it. Does that work? Nope. We've got a sub. We can't make any subs. Because the game thinks we've made 3 subs. Yeah, not ideal. So this is going to be our first Old Firm defeat, and it's quite an embarrassing one, to be honest. Really not happy with this performance at all. Now, granted, we have got some young players, but you know, these young players should have been, you know, sticking in a performance to say that we are good enough to be in this team next season, and I've not seen that. Granted, the whole team's been poor, so even the senior guys have been, and obviously we've not been able to make our third sub, which affects things as well. Now granted, it was the guy that we would have brought off that scored, but hey ho. He got the ball. He got the ball, ref. Okay, whatever. The game is done anyway. Patterson bringing it forward. And he's not getting booked for that, you know? It's the exact same thing. Apart from Kamara got the ball. Nobody even tried to get that for us there. Not a single player tried to get that for us. I mean, it's meaningless. We've already won the league, as I said. So, hey ho. Throw the bottle. We will throw the bottle. They're all demotivated. And they're all going to kick off about it, probably. Yeah, banned for 2 matches. Yeah, as you can see, Darren O'D, the caretaker manager, we really should not have been losing that game. Even with that team, that team should have been instilling me confidence in the squad depth. Premiership looks like this. We're on 91 points with 2 losses, 1 draw after 33 games. So we've got another 5 games, another 15 points that we can go, which would still equal the real life record, of 106. So, it's still an insanely good season despite the 2 losses, 1 draw. Orsic, top goal scorer in the league. Tavernier, Orsic, Kennedy share the top 3 assists. Tavernier highest average rating. Barisic still almost top of man of the matches. McCrory second for clean sheets, given that he didn't start the season. And we've had a pretty ropey defence. I think that's pretty good. So next episode will either be the Scottish Cup final. As you see, we've got the Scottish Cup semi-final in 8 days. If we get through that, we'll do the Scottish Cup final in game, on stream rather, video, whatever. If not, we will do the end of season review next episode. My brain has completely frozen, guys. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.